Hey, welcome back my dear students. In this video lecture I am going to show you about the SQL injection in PHP. What is SQL injection? SQL injection refers to the act of someone inserting a MySQL statement to be run on your database without your knowledge. Injection usually occurs when you ask a user for input, like their name, email, and instead of a date they give you a MySQL statement that you will unknowingly run on your database. Okay, so mostly hackers use SQL injection to harm your website. Okay, so SQL injection is a code injection technique that might destroy your database. SQL injection is one of the most common web hacking techniques, and SQL injection is the placement of malicious code in SQL statements via web pages input. Okay, so in this video lecture in practical section I will show you two ways how can we write queries using of query method and using of prepared statement method. Okay, first I will show you how can we inject SQL injection in query method. Okay, then to prevent from SQL injection we use prepared statements. So in the practical section I will show you for educational purpose. So let's go for the practical section. So now here you can see I created a file which name is sqlinjection.php in our previous project which name was curd. Okay, so here you can see this SQL injection, a file which is php.php extension. Now here I can show you the database. You can see here our database which name is crud_db. Okay, I already created some tables in this database, so let me show you. First is tbl_email. In this table I already insert some records like some email address, faizan@gmail.com, john@gmail.com, saad@gmail.com. Okay, so you can see the structure of this table here, and I also created a table which is name user in this database. Okay, so we will delete this user table by injecting a SQL injection. Okay, so let me show you. First I write code for the form, HTML form, and here I can give SQL injection. Okay, hit save, and inside the body I write code for a form. Okay, let's save. See the output. So here you can see this is our text field, input type which is text, and a button which name attribute is submit. Okay, so now I can write the code for PHP. So simply I can write code above the HTML code of PHP. So let's save. Undefined index email. Okay, so this is a notice. To avoiding this notice I can use here error reporting method, inbuilt method, error reporting, and I pass here 0. Okay, then terminate. Let's save again. So this is the simple notice because this variable $email contain no value, that's why this notice we are able to see. Okay, so simple. To avoiding this notice we can use this line. Okay, let's save. So what I have done here, simple, you can see here I include the database file here, then this line to avoid the notices, and here I take value in this variable from the text field. Then I use is set method here, and I check email $email is set or not. If $email is set, then I use here query. You can see here the query. This is a query method instead of prepared statements in PHP. Here I use this query select asterisk from tbl_email, where email is equal to this $email, and I compare from this email. Where is this email? You can see in the database tbl_email, this email. Okay, so I use this email here. This is the column name of the table_email. Now I use if condition here, $SQL row count. If query is successful, then we will able to see this message. If email were matched, or if email is matched, then we will able to see this message. Otherwise this message will show. So let's check the code is working or not. For example, first time I give here some different name instead of email, but it's not working. faizan@gmail.com. Oh, something went wrong in our code. So let's check name email. Okay, and yes, I gave here 2 times the name attribute. So remove first and let's save again. Okay, so I give here a different name instead of email. Then what will the message? Wrong email. Okay, so this line of is execute because email is does not match from our database email. Okay, here is our database email, faizan@gmail.com. okay, I copy this, and if I pass this email here, faizan@gmail.com, it should be show email matched and email name. Okay, so yes, perfect. Email matched, then our email. Okay, the string is email matched, then I concatenate some space here, then a variable where our email is stored. Okay, so this is the query method instead of prepared statement. I am showing here you the query method, how can we use a query method to fetch the data from database. But in this query method there are some drawbacks. Actually hackers can easily inject SQL injection in query method, but in prepared statement there is very hard to inject SQL injections, okay, in PHP. So here I am going to show you how can we inject SQL injection in this code. Okay, so you can see here these are our database CRUDDB, and in this database I already created some tables like tbl_email and tbl_product and tbl_product and the user, third is user. Okay, so in this tbl_email there are 4 records, you can see here, and here is a user. So I will inject a SQL injection or a code to delete this user column or user table, sorry, to delete this user table from the database. Okay, so how can we delete this table from SQL injection? Let me show you. Simple. Here is our text field. Here I pass code of line like this, single quote, and in single quote means then semicolon 2 times, and between semicolon I write drop, then table, then table name. Okay, for example, consider I am a hacker and I am trying to delete some table in your database. For example, I guess here maybe a login table, which name is login. So I pass here table name login and then 2 times hyphen. Okay, I copy this line and then click on this button. But in our database there is no login table. Okay, so it will not work. Wrong email, it shows message wrong email. And let's check our database, there is nothing change. Okay, but I hacker guess your table name is user. Okay, if I hacker pass a user here, we can see here is our table which is name is user. If I pass in from this field this line of code and then table name, then I can click on this button. Okay, let's check. Again it show a wrong email, but if I refresh here, you can see here the table user. If I refresh, now you can see here our table user is deleted. So like this, hacker can delete your database table by using these like of SQL injections. Okay, so I show you how can we inject a SQL injection in PHP code. So please don't try with others. I am showing to you for educational purpose. Okay, so how can we avoid this SQL injection and how can we prevent from SQL injection our PHP website? So let me show you. We use prepared statement to prevent SQL injection. Okay, that's why I am using prepared statement in this whole series. So you can create your PHP application is secure. So here is our code. So before writing the code for prepared statement, I want to explain you what I have done here. You can see here simple. I use a query here. Select asterisk from tbl underscore email where email is equal to $email. Okay, means this $email contain a value which is coming from this text field. Okay, if I pass here this value like this value, then this line of code will go here. Okay, then if the query is run, then it will drop the table like table, maybe user or anything. Hacker guess the table name and he can try more than once time. Okay, so like this our SQL injection is inject in this application. Okay, so now here you can see we run a simple command in a if condition SQL, then row count. If email is matched, then this show this message. If email is not matched, then it will show wrong email. Okay, this is a simple code. So now I am going to write code for prepared statement. So I comment this code and let's go for prepared statement. So how can we prevent our web application from SQL injection by using of prepared statements? Simple. So let's save. Okay, here I am getting some error. So I think I forgot to use square bracket here. Save. Again I am getting error. Why? Okay, so here I think I need to use SQL execute method. Then again save. Let's save. Yeah, I got this. This I don't need. There was a syntax error, so let's save again. Okay, so open a fresh file. Okay, so here if I pass here something wrong value instead of email, then email matched. Oh, I think this statement should be run, but this statement is running now. Why? Because yes, here I need to use a comparison operator. Okay, so let's check again. If I let first save, yes, wrong email, perfect. If I fill something wrong, yes, wrong email. Now I pass here saad@gmail.com. let's check. Email match saad@gmail.com. okay, so our code is working perfectly. Now I will show you how to inject a SQL injection in this code, but in this code I use prepared method here, means prepared statement, so that SQL injection will not work. Okay, so let's check. Single quote, semicolon, inside the semicolon drop table and table name. So let's see the table name, for example tbl_email. Our table name is tbl_email. so if I write here tbl_email, then after I use hyphen 2 times. Okay, let's check. Click on check email, wrong email. It shows a message wrong email, but let's check our table is deleted or not. Refresh. Yes, you can see here SQL injection is not working in prepared statement. Why? Because you can see here there is difference between both the codes. You can see here. If I uncomment this query, and you can see here this query, here I pass placeholder, but here I pass direct a variable. Okay, you can see here direct a variable. This variable contain that line drop table. Okay, so that's why this query run and delete the table. But in prepared statement, if hacker pass that line which was this, okay, then this value goes in this variable. Okay, first come in this variable $email by the text field, but this placeholder handle like this SQL injections code, and hacker doesn't apply, and hacker can't apply SQL injection in prepared statement. So that's why we use prepared statement in PHP. Okay, so in this video I have shown you about the SQL injection, how can we inject SQL injection, and how can we prevent our PHP web application from SQL injection. So please don't try to apply these line of code of another website, because lots of people work hard to creating a website or web application. Okay, so I show you for the educational purpose. So in next videos in our project we will use these prepared statements. Okay, so we will create inventory point of sale system using of prepared statements. So now it's enough, so see you in next video.